What have you brought me? No, you have enough. And as I tell all my employees...
Has there been any word of her?
None yet. I do not understand why she displays such disobedience.
You know why. She bears the face of her mother.
She shames us all.
She has always brought shame upon us. In terms of combat, she is the least among us. Her stance always had too much passion about it.
Perhaps it is better that our sister chose exile rather than having it forced upon her.
Another visitor? You must be here to join in the plunder of the old Jedi Enclave. You have to see Administrator Adari first. You're one of the salvagers, right? Your ship looks banged up enough to be part of that lot, but you look different. Then who are you? The only recent visitors we've had on Dantuin have been salvagers and a slew of mercenaries. Jedi are nothing to joke about in these parts. Their secret enclave caused a lot of hardship for us during the war. Obviously. You really are, aren't you? Haven't you caused enough trouble here? Most of us would be just as glad if you're...
And the rest would just as soon see you killed.
With the exchange bounty on Jedi, you'd be smart to keep your identity secret. I will tell no one I've seen you. But please leave and don't cause any trouble. What do you want now? Kunda used to be Old Man Matali's estate, but he didn't do so well during the war. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government. I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't that many settlers on Dantooine. This building is the start of something new for us. She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attacked, she kept us together. We'd had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up, but after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a bandit is just a vibra-blade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, food, or whatever just to stay on their good side. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on calf hounds. But nobody... A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the calf hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. So the disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folks seem to be more active.
Greetings, and good day, traveler. On behalf of the Kunda settlement, is there something... Dantooine is a rural world, far removed from most galactic trade routes. Historically, agriculture has been Dantooine since the destruction of the Jedi Enclave. Salvage of the ruins has become a key area of growth. The famed ruins of the Jedi Enclave can be found northwest of the Kunda outpost. You may visit the ruins at your own. Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous sublevel of the Enclave. My apologies, I have no... Error. Memory overflow. May I be over... Processing. Exterior damage analysis. Level 7 impairment. Multiple casing breaches detected. Bipedal servos fuselage by 32. Memory storage overflow. Memory unit is approximately 56 months. Greetings, Jedi. Welcome back to Dantooine.
Hey, did that droid just call you a Jedi? A Jedi? I've got to tell the others. You are not a Jedi. The droid is malfunctioning.
Greetings, Jedi. Dantooine is a rural since the... My apologies, May I be a... Kunda's salvage industry is a main source of income for the local community. At their own risk, salvagers may remove relics. The fee to remove a relic from Dantooine is proportionate to the appraised value of the... If you will
What do you want? I don't have time for cursed Well, you don't look like a damn mercenary, and you don't smell like a stinking farmer. Why else would you be? If you're not a salvager, then I don't even want to know why you... Nothing but rumor. They say the spirits of the angry dead haunt the ruins. On a quiet night, you can hear the ghosts howling and scraping around. Oh, you know, the folks around Kunda. Go there yourself and get the details firsthand. You'll find... Is this going to take... Can't you tell? I'm a mechanic. In fact, I'm the only mechanic here in Kunda. I'm responsible for maintaining every... That damned alien has set up a shop outside Kunda. If you ask me, I think he's stripping the machinery around Kunda and selling... I'd like to see you do a better job at fixing the droids, security doors, and gun turrets. Now quit bugging me.
Preguntas hoicidan kelfa. Papuelta. Preguntas hoicidan kelfa. Papuelta. Preguntas hoicidan kelfa. Papuelta. Truth blagfa. Papuelta. Truth blag fandibu kelfa. Sidan kelfa vadinukan kelfa. Linda truthda. Preguntas hoicidan kelfa. Truthdan kelfa. Hoicidan kelfa. Sidan kelfa. Truthdan kelfa. Hoicidan kelfa. Sidan kelfa vadinukan fandibu kelfa. Papuelta. Linda truth. Hoicidan kelfa vadin. Sidan kelfa vadinukan kelfa. Preguntas hoicidan kelfa. Papuelta.
Charanana gundoso remina que lorak de katada. Fiabrator pada no. Charanana gundoso remina que lorak de katada. Fiabrator pada no. Der winter wakare kwe wapa teratana chingaradana. Ferrar pada no de ringtada nel camera cella fibor no bodat. Der winter wakare kwe wap gerebu. Nenso telepachan corsada nane gra terewana jun conata della raguno tuna. Der winter wakare kwe wapa teratana chingaradana. Ferrar pada. Relive corondoso mele grima con corregim passa. Retu contrada suma con non grum grum. Gelrak.
Observation. It is a hostile galaxy master. Upgrades. Query.
Hey, get away from that door! The last time somebody messed with it, it was locked down for months before we could...
What do you want now?
Don't cause any more trouble for Dantuin. I've had enough of it for a while.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. Well, you remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
The salvages keep coming here.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else... Garavik is a salvager, the worst one of the lot. Try to stay clear of... Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you. The things that would most interest you are our weapon merchant Anzeron, the leader of our militia. Certainly.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a... No friendly greetings, You act like I have insulted your woman. Your ship I haven't seen. But if it takes after you, it can't be in perfect condition. I am done being inconvenienced by... Another interruption. You must not have heard of who I am.
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results... Kunda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the administrator... I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something... Yes, I fought in the Jedi Civil War. I guess we won. Couldn't tell here, though. The war was very unkind to Dantooine. That hidden enclave cost us a great deal. A great deal. Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then, they sell what they find back. I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren. But I can't farm without my equipment. Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare. I went to their camp to get back my moisture vaporator. This smug fellow Joran told me that he found it within the ruins, and by law, it belongs to him now. He said he'd give it to me for the bargain price of 500 credits. I wasn't very happy about it, but the law... Now the moisture vaporator doesn't work, because it is mysteriously missing its modulator. Joran is offering to sell me a modulator. I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager. If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager... I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you. It's right next to the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. Just follow the smell. You can't miss. That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of... Depending on your business here, the pleasure may be mutual, but you didn't answer my question. And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantuin before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel. That is an unfortunate truth, and a wise request, which of course I will honor. Most settlers here hold bitter memories of the Sith occupation. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantuin. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence. My friend, let's just call him Vrook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantuin not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong? Vrook and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently and hasn't returned. I know the sublevel is dangerous. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him? We are fortunate that you've come. Don't expect it to be easy, though. Things rarely are with Jedi. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave's security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else? Like many parts of Dantuin, the sublevel of the Enclave has become infested with dangerous creatures. Large, vicious insects called Laygrex have made the sublevel their home. Several salvagers have reportedly been injured or killed by the Laygrex. I would expect a Jedi to fare better against the creatures than the salvagers, but Vrook has not returned in some time. Is there anything else? To most people in the galaxy, the distinction between Sith and Jedi is a blurry one, especially since most Sith were once Jedi. It is complicated by the fact that Malak and Revan were great heroes of the Republic and famed Jedi Knights. But a few years later, they were leading an armada which threatened everyone. And here on Dantuin, the Jedi Enclave provoked a brutal occupation by the Sith. It could have been far worse, but even... I don't think everyone hates Jedi. If just a few people changed their minds or spoke up, it could make a great deal of difference. I think that we need the help of the Jedi. If the Jedi's reputation isn't redeemed, the consequences could be quite regrettable. Until then, I would keep...
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about... Well, call me a defective protocol droid. Manners, right. I'm Barun Modrol. I'm Captain Zeron. Well, that makes it sound more important than I am. Zeron takes a hands-on role in running the militia. This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used... So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's gonna fight. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. It's tricky. You see, I think Zeron may be taking this whole thing a little personal. I'm not sure. Just a guess. I also think he's doing more to provoke them than just investigating every complaint against them hard. He's up to something. If someone could just ask a few questions, turn up some answers, maybe see if Zeron isn't being completely honest with the rest of us, well then maybe he... Just look around. See if Zeron's up to something on the side. Something that'll hurt the fragile peace we got with the mercenaries. So if you happen to find something out like that, you should see Administrator Adare. If you have to do some footwork to check into things, you'll be compensated. We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's back. I just feel... I don't even want to get into it. Ask around if you want to know the details. It'll just make my... I don't know what we'd do without Administrator Adare. She managed to plow through a lot of the family bickering once the Sith left during the war. She's kept us together. Oh, and, Zeron too, I suppose. I'll tell you anything that's public now. Oh, you heard about that. We have so much to look into that Sulru's concern is pretty low on our list. I've heard that rumor too. People get really riled up about Jedi around here. During the war, the Jedi were a big help here. They did everything for us, from clearing out dangerous beasts to solving a murder investigation. I try to stay out of it though. Standing up for Jedi is one way to become unpopular around here. Easy to say for someone that doesn't live here. I'd rather grab an unshielded power coupling than get involved in that debate. The militia's dealing with enough already. You're not wrong there. For what good it'll do if it comes up, I'll say what I think is right. You happy? I hope so. You may be my only friend in a few days. Talking about Jedi is just depressing these days. Any other cheerful problems you... I'm here to help. All right, stay out of...
Tochi monas runta, yun bola, watagratonchi mulira, posoma britushniki tuk tuk pamba, bora, posoma britushniki tuk tuk pamba, bora, posoma britushniki tuk tuk pamba. Hoshmanfu ni wado de kuta maasapa, tonghit wamaji, Hoshmanfu ni wado de kuta maasapa, tonghit wama insoranaka. Karono ma, wino sotoros. Jenish melaka wachino so impos morcha chani rikasan. Wala kun bisking mong pal muliras nemo poiduana. Jenish melaka wachino so impos morcha chani rikasan. Wala kun bisking mong pal muliras pararanta miki sikosas. Yewenarama inosos miki sa winsor michi inkaranit wi okapom. Pararanta miki sikosas. Yewenarama inosos miki sa winsor michi inkaranit wi okap. Parachi no sukankadon makamando uruno intervela ino. Unisidom kanaki mochi so akatla in. Pararanta miki sikosas. Yewenarama inosos miki sa winsor michi inkaranit wi okapom. Ni dokini kamaren zuni inash dijon bla wenso mas. Tongaba posoma britushniki tuk tuk pamba bora dino molirani. Raliki nitu baramas no chucha. Lutanas antihit murira yun chuba.
you're in trouble or looking for it. There is often opportunity in challenges, if you know how to look for it. I might have something for you. But first, you got any other reason for coming to militia headquarters? You could pick worse places to look for that. Baroon is normally the one to go with questions. But if you're interested, I might have some work for you. You want... Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable haul the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses. But nobody remembers Garivik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something? You really should talk to... I don't have anything to... There aren't more than a dozen of us, and there's too many problems. People keep hoping that the Republic sends help. But we gotta help ourselves. She's smart. She gets things done. The whole place would fall apart without her. Dantuin isn't the center of much of anything. Our most talented people sometimes leave. Hard for someone to stay a farmer when they have the itch to do something. So we're lucky the administrator never went elsewhere. I bet she'd make a decent senator even. It's our home. Might be the start of an honest capital someday. Right now, it's not much more than a swoop bike stop. He did he? What's this about? I know we don't agree on this, but he's crossing a line. He lives in his sheltered, settler world. He doesn't know what some people are capable of. So he's asked you to go looking into what I'm up to. If I didn't need every last man here... Not your concern. This is something you should just stay out of. You've helped enough. It's you again. Well, you know who you want. We've already talked about you want.
Hello there! You haven't had any new... I'm not the one to talk to. We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's back.
I hope that you haven't run into any difficulties you could. Is there anything... What have you learned, Jedi? I hope that you have... Is there anything... I have no doubt that Baroon means well, but I have every confidence in Zeron. I would ask you to ignore anything Baroon asked of you. He doesn't see the full... I realize that I'm asking you for help, but you must also know that I am the head of this nominal government. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to divide...
Any luck on getting... What do you... It's right next to the ruins of the...
Another interruption.
You a new salvager? Or one of those Kunda cantina rats coming here to complain? Oh, is that so? You're no mercenary, and with those armaments, this isn't a social call. You're at least thinking of heading... I'm gonna give you some advice. Turn back. There's nothing... Because anything valuable in the ruins was carted away months ago. The only salvagers left are either desperate, ornery, or... And while you look dirty enough to be here, I don't think you're any of those things. So go back. The only thing left is the sub-level, and that's crawling with Lagrex. And don't be asking any pesky questions. You're new, and... Because there isn't enough salvage to share with the people already here. And a hungry newcomer is about as welcome as a diuretic hut. I've been here the longest, and I'll be here last. I buy Jedi salvage from the ruins. Sometimes I sell them to visitors like yourself. Besides, that's none of your flaming business. You should have let me know you're a customer instead of letting me think you're some disease-ridden salvager. You still learn. It's a shame about them. Have any luck getting to their bodies? I figure there's about no chance you'll succeed, but the reward is still open. Yeah, well, good luck with... And they're now dead fools. I'd like to do the decent thing and get their... So, if you find a couple human corpses down there, just grab their gear and their bodies.
Oh, a visitor comes to our delightful salvager camp. We are honored. Do you come bringing... a civilized person with manners? Very rare in this part of the galaxy. I am most honored to meet you. If I may, a question I pose to you, traveler. Do you wish to buy one of the most elusive of all Jedi artifacts? You flatter me, traveler. It was a good day when I found this holocron. But you are lucky. I ask a mere 1,000 credits for this rare find. This is not a matter of negotiation. I assure you it isn't. I will show it to you presently. As you can see, it is in fine shape. A real bargain at a mere 1,000 credits. How did you know? Well, I never unload this accursed thing. This isn't my fault. You can't blame me. This forgery has passed through several hands in this camp. I am merely the latest victim. I wish to abandon this dung heap. No, of course not. Another salvager sold it to me, and he bought it from another one before him. When there were more salvagers, incidents like this were common. You with all your observations. I'm not going to talk to you about the holocron anymore. So, what's your... There isn't much to see around here. The planet is very lightly populated by settlers, mercenaries, and us. We come from many different planets, drawn to the rumors of fortune. I believe the early salvagers did make some credits, but latecomers like myself barely find anything. Early salvagers said that the ruins were mostly empty to begin with. Many think that the administrator didn't allow us to salvage until her people were done with it. They want nothing to do with us. The only thing they want is part of our profits. Now that salvaging is running out, I doubt... that's so.
claimed Mandalore's helmet, lost after our defeat at Revan's hands. Assemble the rest of your clan. You will return to Duxon. We must come together as we were before and prepare to fight a new war. A war that will return us to glory.
And if I take that helmet from you, guess that makes me the new Mandalore. I've always wanted to be called that. I know all about your exploits, Mandalore. We have fallen far in the past years, but even still, I will not stand idly while a usurper claims to be my leader.
It is unfortunate that you feel that way. Perhaps I'll be able to change your mind.
We'll see about that.
No, Mandalore. We will follow you. Good. I have no desire to spill any more Mandalorian blood. Gather your clan and return to Duxon. You have seen the last of your mercenary days.
Yes, Mandalore.
Smells like another salvager's come to our camp. Vacate, Mudlicker.
Ease off, Naylik. There's better sport than...
I don't need help to take out a Mudlicker. Yeah. You fight in any wars? I fought in the Jedi Civil War. I guess you don't look like much of a salvager. Sides don't matter much. We're all soldiers. Most of us mercenaries worked with the Sith. Not too many Republic soldiers survived the war. I thought you were one of those useless salvagers. Or perhaps an uppity settler. I've had about enough of it, so I figured blasting one of them would have done me some good. It's been a while since we've had work. You were a soldier too, so you know I'm not going to answer you. I want to answer your question. Oh, my head. I don't know for sure. I hear rumors. I heard we got a secret job working with some powerful organization. But I don't know against who. They aren't too far, though, because we're expecting to attack soon. I told you what I know. Someone rich and powerful. We're not gonna have to hit up settlers for food and supplies anymore. I don't feel so well. I feel dizzy. The warrior returned. You were... But... We're preparing to attack soon, so they have to be in this sector of the galaxy. I don't feel so well.
My life for you.
You've wandered into the wrong camp. You got the look of a warrior, and we got all the blasters we need.
I know how this works. A mercenary or two can easily get work during the dry times as a bounty hunter or bodyguard. There's always odd jobs around. But large mercenary groups have to wait for things to get interesting to make their credits. It can be very lucrative and challenging work if there are battles to be fought.
If you're looking for work too, just take a trip spaceward. We don't need any more competition. Got it? Then maybe we can get along just fine. What if we do? They're practically begging to be pushed around. You've seen them, right? They're weak. You sound like a flaming Jedi. I didn't just mean their weapons. I meant their character. They're very quick to blame everyone but themselves for their problems. So the galaxy has dealt them a bad hand. They should ante up and get back in the game. The Administrator is different. Most of us are veterans of the Jedi Civil War. Some even fought in the Mandalorian Wars. A lot of soldiers have been looking for a place in the really skilled usually wind up here. A Sentient by the name of Azkul. He was an elite trooper for Malak during the Jedi Civil War. He knows how to win. I have time to kill. It's just another spaceport to me. We've been here too long for my tastes. And the settlers... It galls me to think we fought wars to protect Gizka like them. They don't do anything to help themselves, and they don't know how to take responsibility. They're on their own, and either they should start working and stop... She's got spirit, but she seems to focus most of her effort on trying to get us off this planet. Terena has to learn that we aren't moving. We have to live somewhere. Something those settlers don't seem to understand. That flaming administrator and her cat hound Zeron. There's a natural order to things that they just don't seem... Just make sure these settlers know their place. The Republic isn't going to send a single trainee to help this planet.
I can't wait for those salvagers to ship off this place.
What? You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that. You shouldn't be out of here anyway. A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the Western Fringe farmers was coming to Kunda. We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times. I do. The Kinrath are dangerous. But as long as you stay on your swoop bike, there's no way they should catch you. I've carefully searched this area and haven't found anything. So maybe our man just got... I don't suppose you'd be willing to keep an eye out for something, hmm? It's technical. I doubt you'd understand it. But I doubt you'll be able to find any evidence of what happened here. But you might come across the atmospherics. If you find any of them, just come back here. I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one. No idea whatsoever. I figure it's a real long shot you'd ever spot one.